Hi everybody, this is Lonnie. I've had questions about setting up the machine and my setup, so I'm going to go over some of that right now. Here's my WeCreat Vision. When you set it up, you need to make sure that the surface itself is flat and level and sturdy. When that head starts jumping back and forth from side to side, if it's not sturdy, everything will start jiggling and your piece will move, and you won't have as good of results as if everything's firm and sturdy. My solution to this, I always like doing stuff different, cheap, creative. This countertop I got at a yard sale. It's from a kitchen. I cut the end off down there. There was an L, and then here in the middle, this is where the kitchen sink was. And then what I did was I got a piece of plywood bigger than the hole and stuck it on top of it, and that sturdies it up a little bit. And then I'll show you a special feature that allows me to do later here in just a second. And then I set the machine on top of it like that. The countertop itself is, I've got shelving units. There's the full shelving unit there. There's a half a shelving unit there. Everything's about storage. You get into this, you'll be needing storage, and that was my solution to it. With my setup on that piece of plywood that I put in there, that piece of plywood, I opened the top of the machine, I took out my pan, I took out my grates, and then I traced on that piece of plywood the bottom of the machine in that hole, and then I cut out that hole. So what that allows me to do, if I've got a piece that's tall and I want to laser it, I can come in from the bottom, stick it here, and then do the lasering on it. The only thing that you're limited by is with the autofocus, you have to have it up as tall as what the grate would be. So it has to come up to here. So with that being said, you are limited to the size of this opening, which is like 12 by 18. But it still gives you something a little better to do with it. Some things that I've done, I did tops of bar stools. I can't think of what else, but I mean, it's not like you're going to use it every day unless it's a niche that you get into, but it is nice to have it handy. Also, another thing this allows you to do is when you put the rotary attachment on, if you got something with a big handle on it, this gives you all the room in the world for that handle to spin around on the back side. And that's that. Okay, another thing that I did on the WeCreat, the power switch is back here in the back, down here amongst the wires and everything else. So you don't have easy access to it. It does get to be a pain in the ass turning it on and off. So what I did was I got this box here, and it has a switch on the side here, so you can just turn it on and off there. In addition to having 6 outlets on it, it has 4 USB ports here on the side, 2 regular USB and 2 USB-Cs. So when you have different devices, that helps do it. Also have a ventilation fan on it. There's the 3-inch pipe that comes out of the machine, comes out, comes over. There's an adapter here that goes from 3-inch to 4-inch. Then there's a booster fan, and then it comes up and it goes outside the house. When it goes outside the house, there's a dryer vent on the outside of it with louvers on it, so when it's turned on, the louvers pop up and it lets the air escape. When you turn it off, those louvers pop back down. Keeps cold air and bugs outside. The pipe above it is basically the same material as down here, but it runs up and over and goes to a bathroom style vent here. So if anything escapes into the room, I can flip that switch, turn on the fan, and get that out. Okay, there's the computer setup there. I don't have a computer down here. The computer is upstairs in my home office. and basically I just ran 2 USB extension cords and 2 HDMI extension cords down here. I flip a switch upstairs, it powers everything up down here. I can run everything down here, or I can run everything upstairs, depending on what I'm doing or what location I need. That way my computer's not sitting down here getting dirty and gummed up, so it's safe, clean and dry. Okay, you'll need to periodically clean your machine. I've got an air compressor for blowing material out. You can also use this canned electronics air, but that is money. It's like $7-8 a can now. Vacuum cleaner, and then towels and whatnot there to help do it as well. In addition to cleaning out the machine itself, remember, just like a dryer in your house, that pipe that runs outside like that needs to be blown out once in a while too, so it doesn't get built up inside of it. Okay, there you go. That's my version. Other than the machine having to be flat, level, and sturdy, anything else is totally up to you. If it works, it works. Don't worry about anything else. And the only person you have to please is yourself. Make yourself happy. I mean, it's supposed to be a fun thing to do. It's not a chore. So anything that you can do to make it easier and a more fun time, set your stuff up that way. If you got any questions, let me know. Take a look at my other videos, see if there's anything else that can help you out. Like, share, comment. Hope that helps you too. Have a good day.